Hello and welcome to the ICSE Class 10 Maths tutorial. The topic is straight lines continued. Today in this video I am going to start with point number 10. Till point 9 we have already discussed. So point number 10 I am going to discuss when the two lines are parallel to each other and when the two lines are perpendicular to each other, one by one. So both the conditions I am showing you. So before we start, आइए आपको एक शायर की दो लाइन सुनाता हूं. शायर कहता है, बेसबब बात बढ़ाने की जरूरत क्या है, बेसबब बात बढ़ाने की जरूरत क्या है, हम खफा कब थे मनाने की जरूरत क्या है, हम खफा कब थे मनाने की जरूरत क्या है, दिल से मिलने की तमन्ना ही नहीं जब दिल में, दिल से मिलने की तमन्ना ही नहीं जब दिल में, हाथ से हाथ मिलाने की जरूरत क्या है, हाथ से हाथ मिलाने की जरूरत क्या है. थैंक यू. Okay, so two lines are given. We are going to discuss what are the conditions when the two lines are first parallel to each other, second perpendicular to each other. First, when they are parallel to each other, their slopes are equal. M1 is the slope of the first line, M2 is the slope of the second line. If they are parallel to each other, then their slopes are equal. That is, M1 is equal to M2. This is the condition. This is the condition that the two lines are parallel to each other. M1 is equal to M2, where M1 is the slope of the first line and M2 is the slope of the second line. Fine. Now again, M1 is the slope of the first line and M2 is the slope of the second line, but the two lines are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. In that case, M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1. The product of their slopes is equal to minus 1. Alright, this is the condition when the two lines are perpendicular to each other. Alright, so parallel to each other, parallel to each other, parallel to each other, M1 is equal to M2, perpendicular to each other, 90 degree perpendicular to each other, M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1. Suppose M1 is the slope of this line, M2 is the slope of this line. If they are parallel, M1 is equal to M2. If they are perpendicular, then M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1. Fine. Now one example I am taking to explain to you M1 is equal to M2 today in this video, and in my next video I will solve one question based on this when the two lines are perpendicular to each other. Now when the two lines are parallel to each other. Alright, so the question is, the question I am taking, the question is, find the equation of a line passing through the point 2, 3 and parallel to the line 3x minus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. Alright, so 3x minus 4y plus 5. 3x minus 4y plus 5. 3x minus 4y plus 5. So this we are doing in my next video. Today we are going to do parallel lines. Alright, so 3x minus 4y plus 5. 3x minus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. This is equation number 1. This is given. This is the line given and one point is given. The point is 2, 3. Point P is 2, 3. Let the point be P. Alright, I am calling it P. So P 2, 3. 2, 3. Alright. 2, 3 point given. Again I am reading the question. The question is, find the equation of a line passing through the point P23. That line is passing through the point P23 and parallel to the line 3x minus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. That line is parallel to this line. That means the slope of that line and the slope of this line, they'll be equal. Alright. So, I can rub this now. And how to solve? You can say that let M1 be the slope of the line 1. You have to write down, let M1 be the slope of the line 1, right? So please write down. Let M1, let M1 be the slope of the line 1. Alright, let M1 be the slope of 1. Let M1 be the slope of 1. Now what is the slope of this line? What will be the value of M? Alright, so either we find out M1 here only or let me write down about M2 also. So let M2 let M2 be the slope of the required line. Of the line we want to find out the equation. Let M2 be the slope of the required line. Of the required line. Let M1 be the slope of the line 1, let M2 be the slope of the required line, the line whose equation we are going to find out. Alright, now M1 we can write down from here. I have given you one formula. Directly you can write down the slope of the line this by using the formula minus the coefficient of x upon the coefficient of y. So M1 is equal to how much? M1 is equal to you should write down the formula minus the coefficient of x upon the coefficient of y. Alright, that formula you should write down. I am writing directly, but you mention the formula. M1 is equal to minus the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is here 3 and the coefficient of y is here minus 4. The coefficient of y is minus 4. So minus 4. And this gives you how much? 3 upon 4. So M1, which is the slope of this line, and the value of M1 is minus the coefficient of x upon the coefficient of y, minus minus cancel, and we are getting 3 upon 4. So M1 we got. M2 is the slope of the required line, the line whose equation we want to find out. And because they are parallel to each other, so M2 is equal to M1. So please let us write down. Let us write down. Then we can write down. We can write down. Since, here you can write down. Since the lines are parallel, since the lines are parallel, therefore M2 is equal to M1. M2, we want M2, right? M2 is equal to M1. And M1 we got 3 upon 4. Then this gives you 3. So we got M2 3 upon 4 means we got the slope of the required line. We got the slope of the line whose equation we want to find out. That is 3 upon 4. And point is given 2, 3. Point is given 2, 3, right? We wrote in the beginning. Point is given 2, 3. So you can now reframe the question. How? Reframe it. The question can be reframed how? Find out the equation of a line having slope 3 upon 4 and passing through the point P 2, 3. And this type of question we have done. Alright. Find the equation of the line having slope 3 upon 4 and passing through the point P 2, 3. Now tell me which formula are you going to use? Point slope form or slope point form. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Alright? So we can write down. Reframe the question. Try to understand. Try to understand what the question is saying. And now where have we reached? So once again I am telling you, now we are reframing the question. Now the new question is, find out the equation of a line having slope 3 upon 4 and passing through the point P 2, 3. Alright, so therefore the equation of the line is, you write full, huh? Therefore the equation, the required equation, therefore the equation of the line, you may write down, therefore the equation of the line having slope 3 upon 4 and passing through the point P 2, 3 is, therefore the equation of the line having slope 3 upon 4 having slope 3 upon 4 and passing through the point and passing through the point P23, point P23 is, therefore the equation of the line having slope 3 upon 4 and passing through the point P23 is, what is that? Y minus y1 slope point slope form. Y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Alright. Is y minus y1 is equal to, not y2 minus y, m. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Slope point form. This is x1 y1, x1 y1. So y minus y1 means y minus 3. So y minus 3. Y minus 3 is equal to 3 upon 4. Slope is 3 upon 4. 3 upon 4 into x minus x1, 2. Now simplify. You should not leave the equation in fractional form. There should not be any fraction. So cross multiply. 4 into y and 4 into 3. So 4y. 4y minus 12. Can I rub this? I can rub this? Now, after this you can write down 4y minus 12. So you write 4y minus 12 is equal to 3x minus 3 2s are 6 is equal to 3x minus 3 2s are 6. Alright. Now this 4y you can take to the right hand side. So 3x minus 4y, right? If you want to write down one more step, please write down, no problem. Right? Minus 12 and plus 6. This is equal to minus 12 plus 6 is equal to 3x minus 4y. 3x minus 4y. Alright. So minus 12 plus 6 is minus 6. Alright. So then you can write down 3x minus 4y is equal to minus 6. Alright. You can write down 3x minus 4y. Write down therefore 3x minus 4y is equal to minus 6. Or you can write down 3x minus 4y plus 6 is equal to 0. Alright? 3x minus 4y plus 6 is equal to 0. This should be the answer. This must be the answer. This is the answer. This is the answer. Let me check. Check the answer. This is question number 4. 3x minus 4y plus 6 is equal to 0. Correct. The answer is correct. The answer is given like this, but if you write down like this, that is also correct, which I have already told you in my other videos. Alright. I hope everything is clear. In my next video, I'll explain to you. Condition already I gave you, but then I'll explain to you, and then I'll solve one question based on that when the two lines are perpendicular to each other. Okay then, thank you so much. Thanks.